Welcome back to the Walls Closing campaign for Freespace 2 here on Paladin Gaming. We're going to the third mission, More Than Bargained. Personal log, Robert Bain, Lieutenant, Delta 3, 199th Longbows, GTD Phoenicia, July 1st, 2367. I've never felt more useless. Destroying that portal should have ended this, but it didn't. The SAF came, sending a handful of warships on ahead to Capella before our blockade was fully assembled. The rest of its fleet was still assembling in the nebula when the reports came in. The Juggernaut was heading straight for us. We had no need to deploy all of our squadrons. Command thought the craft available would be enough to contend with its air wing, while our warships and bombers would whittle the bastard down for the Colossus to finish. Hell, we hardly scratched its paint. Here's hoping they can finish the job for the sake of the Alliance. Things went south quickly. The fighter bay got wrecked as my wing and I were heading there. Had we arrived just 30 seconds sooner, I wouldn't even be here to log this. Craft flung around in debris deeper than an Olympic swimming pool. We can't launch any craft and we find ourselves effectively trapped in here until someone comes and pries us out. Now I've heard that the Shivans are closing in. Faint radar blips tens of thousands of kilometers away. Scouts, probably. The Alliance better find us before the Shivans do. Well, let's get to it then. More Than Bargained. At 2220, a Vasudan Recon wing located a Moloch-class corvette designated SCv Rusalka on the outskirts of the Shivan-controlled sector of Gamma Draconis. Although the Rusalka jumped upon detecting our scouts, Command quickly retasked one of our AWAC search teams to the area to trace the corvette's jump trajectory. Long-range scans running off of this data have since reacquired the Rusalka holding position near a small Shivan cargo depot, which not long after was joined by two additional cruisers with escorting fighter wings. Intelligence believes this to be a rallying point for the Shivan fleet trapped here in Gamma Draconis, from which an attack on either the Phoenicia or our positions in the system could be launched from. Admiral Petrarch wants to keep the pressure on the Shivans, play the game by our rules, so we're launching a preemptive strike on this position. I don't think anything counts as preemptive at this point. Our squadron and a Leviathan-class cruiser, the GTC Tannenberg, will jump in roughly 6 clicks away from the depot in an attempt to entice the Shivans to engage our small strike group with their cruisers. You must destroy all hostile forces assorted against the Tannenberg, paving the way for the next part of the operation. If we lose the Tannenberg, we're to abort the mission. Alpha and Beta wings will fly assault while Gamma is on bomber duty. Alpha 1, you have command authority over the strike craft deployed during this mission, so feel free to adjust your pilot's craft composition and their loadouts if you wish. Alright. Once the cruisers are down and the Rusalka has been isolated, Command will deploy the GTCv Guadalcanal to help us deliver the finishing blow. Between our squadron and 2 warships, we'll have the firepower necessary to resolve this threat quickly and with minimal risk. Should the Rusalka flee yet again, the GTCv Parapet, GTC Challenger, and 2 wings from the 64th will pursue and take it down. We've also been cleared to destroy whatever cargo containers the Shivans have at the depot once the Rusalka has been dealt with and the area swept of remaining hostile fighters. Once all objectives have been completed, you will guard the Guadalcanal and the Tannenberg until their jump drives have recharged and they have departed from the field of engagement. Watch that demon show up. Be prepared to engage Shivan forces looking to snatch a trade for the Rusalka with one of our own ships. Should things get hot, the Aquitaine will deploy reinforcements to aid you. Success in this operation should throw a wrench into Shivan operational planning and buy us more time to locate the Phoenicia. I also have some good news. Our squadron has finally received some new equipment, courtesy of the Aquitaine's weapons officer. The GTM-55 Trebuchet, the GTW-66 Maxim, and the GTW-83 Lamprey cannon are now available for use. The Trebuchet is an aspect-seeking missile with a range of over 5 clicks and useful against bombers and warship turrets. I know what these do. Let's see, particle accelerator cannon, strikes uranium slugs, showing shields, shred hull armor, la-di-da, and the lamprey drains energy reserves whoever's at the receiving end of it. Alright, happy hunting. Primary objectives, engage Shivan forces, and secondarily, the Tannenberg survives. But if we're aborting the mission and the Tannenberg doesn't survive, then it's not secondary, is it? Haha. Oh, the designer knew. We are doing that for you guys. Alright, seems good. Let's hit it. Oh boy. All units to Allied command. Commence your attack with do not push the depot until those crews have been destroyed. Enemy fire is closing in. Looks like the team's taking the bait too. Alright, everybody, follow Alpha 1's instructions and we'll get through this just fine. We should knock out the beans of the crews ASAP. The Tannenberg won't last so long as that much firepower. Come on, come on. Are disarmed. Yes, I did. Now they're helpless. Let's do it. Alright, Gamma. Do your stuff. There we go. Solus is pulverized. Now the other one. Waste of bombs. We destroyed the tower. Command is Alpha 2. Enemy crews neutralized. We're ready to receive the Guadalcanal. Understood, Alpha. The GTCv Guadalcanal will be on station momentarily. Stand by. Guadalcanal on station, all craft commence the assault. Picking up energy spectrum from solid subspace impellers. They're fleeing. And so are all those freighters. Hey, those containers are blowing up. Well, that saves us the trouble. I don't like this one bit. We should go somewhere else then. Yeah, I agree. Command Guadalcanal here. The Rusalka and the Dogfight support craft have fled. Looks like they self-destructed their cargo while they're jumping out too. I fear they may have an ambush in the works. We're monitoring the situation, Guadalcanal. Were you able to track their jump? Negative, Command. They jumped out just as we arrived, so we only got a partial fix. Hey, Tannenberg, did you manage to get a lock on their jump signature? We did, Alpha 3, but all that we can tell for certain is that their destination wasn't anywhere near. Even by our ship class's standard, the Tannenberg's running with an older subspace tracking suite. All units be advised that long-range scans have picked up increased subspace activity throughout the system. Shivan forces seem to be launching an offensive. Defend your position. We're deploying Delta Wing to reinforce now. Alright. Roger that, Command. Tannenberg and all pilots. Let's show them what we got. Alright, Beta, you guard Guadalcanal. Alpha, you guard Tannenberg. And the bombers are defaulted back to guarding Tannenberg. Our Thousand class cruiser emerged from our port side. Brace for beam fire. Not if I have anything to say about it. We have bombers. No bomber. Ah, shit! Demon surprise! Command, the SC Leviathan here. Zab wants to pick a fight with us. Look how far it is. Good observation, officer. It looks like they're only here to support the attack. Expect strike craft to launch from that vessel. All units do not engage the Leviathan until reinforcements arrive. I copy. Let's see. Delta is now on station awaiting orders. Delta Wing flying. You, off my window. Oh, great, more bombers. Crap, crap, crap! Bombers are down. Let's see, Cronies on attack mechanisms of Gauss. Now destroy that cruiser ASAP. Come on, give me the beam. Damn it! Where the hell is that beam? All right. What the hell is trying to get lock on me? Should have taken Hornets. Get him, Gamma. Sigma 6, huh? Oh, you live through trouble days, rude. No, you don't. Did a bunch of you live through double days? The wings of Seraphim have emerged. They're conducting a pincer attack. Come on, give me my... Thank you. Nope. Get wrecked, son. Alright. Shit, shooting through his presence and Vanth have emerged. They're powering up the beams. Hey, command, these crews are going to tear the Guadalcanal apart. We need backup now. Hang in there. Allied forces are inbound ETA 60 seconds. Get him, Gamma 3. The man's leaving. Forget it. We'll deal with it later. Damage control for severe breaches across multiple levels. About stops. Is that blah blah. Sorry for the delay. We came as soon as we were able to. Your time is impeccable, Rear Admiral. So it would seem. Unit Omicron less than this minute, so much like going to attack us. Come on, everyone, tear those bastards apart. Hello! Ah, man, we lost Gamma and Delta Wings. Command is out. We have destroyed the Shivan warships. The Arens Nupus. Understood, Captain. All pilots return to the Aquitaine on the double. Reinforcements will remain on station and mop up any remaining hostiles. We should get back, Alpha Lead. I don't think the Phoenicia has much time left. Agreed. Let's go. So are the Guadalcanal and Tannenberg staying here? I guess they are. Let's get out of here.
For your excellent record of confirmed kills, you have achieved the status of ace.
Thanks, Petrarch. Hey, we're actually on board the Aquitaine during the events of Freespace 2, so that's actually not out of place. Excellent work, pilots. Despite overwhelming odds, you held your ground and protected the GTCv Guadalcanal and the GTC Tannenberg from a relentless Shivan ambush. It is clear now that the Rusalka and its depot were acting as a bait to lure our warships into a trap, but the Shivan's failure to execute their attack cost them a large number of their warships and strike wings. Both the Guadalcanal and the Tannenberg are on their way back to Capella to undergo repairs, but are expected to return to the front in several weeks. The good news stops there, though. While the brunt of the Shivan offensive was directed at your position, other units came under fire elsewhere in the system and losses were sustained, including a cruiser and 2 of our AWACS vessels. The Guadalcanal sensor computers suffered an overload after sustaining heavy damage to its parent subsystem when the SC Lamia unleashed its opening salvo, and it will take hours before any data on the Rusalka's jump can be safely pulled, provided that there's anything left to recover. The Tannenberg was able to gather some data on both the Rusalka and the Zabania's trajectories, but its older Sussex monitoring suite makes it only somewhat more effective to our fighters. Right now, our analysts are doing their best to determine where the Zabayana and Rusalka were heading to, so be ready to be called up at a moment's notice. Time's running out. Alright, 23 total kills with 3 assists. 6 Nahima bombers, 6 Seraphim bombers, 5 Tower V bombers, 1 Rakshasa cruiser, and 1 HMO, 1 Manticore, and 3 Maras. So this was, more than bargain, the 3rd mission of the Walls Closing campaign for Freespace 2 here on Paladin Gaming. This is Paladin Gaming, signing off.